I'm gonna go with the 2-2 draw with England because I remember I was in England watching in an English pub. So I remember that game like if it was yesterday. I mean, I don't want people to hate me or anything, but it had a special feeling to win. Although I couldn't celebrate it at all, I had to be completely quiet. There was nothing, because English people leave they celebrate the national team much more than we do in Portugal. I think it's one of the few countries I've been where people, they like the club and they love the national team. In Portugal, people love the club. If you ask people, do you want your team to win the Champions League or do you want your country to win the World Cup? People would hesitate. And I get the feeling that in England it's a little bit different. So I couldn't celebrate. I couldn't even open my mouth because they knew my accent. It was probably Southern European. But that win in 2004 and the fact that it was in Portugal and the fact that it was Figo and Costa last games for Portugal, last big competition, definitely was one of the best. And I watched that game many times. You know, sometimes I'm at the gym and I hate the treadmill, and I watch that game. I watched the 2006 one as well at the World Cup in Germany. I was there. So I know from an English point of view it's not good, but from a Portuguese point of view, to beat a team like England, I mean, it's not like beating any other team. You know, it's like the nation of football. So
I'm gonna disagree, and I think this squad here, they have threats everywhere. I don't think England have ever had a Jude Bellingham. I honestly don't think so. I think other teams have had the caliber of Jude Bellingham who can win it out of nowhere. And I think those type of players and the likes of picking the right players at the right times, the likes of Aaron Gordon, Ollie Watkins, and no one is safe in the team. Harry Kane, I think, is at the epitome of his career at the moment. I think England they have the best squad on paper, and they're gonna win it. Maybe.
Do England have the best squad in the Euros and still won't win it? I don't think so. I just think with England, it's just years of failure, getting super close. I do think, don't get me wrong, Gareth Southgate is a brilliant manager and they do have one of the best players in the world right now, I believe in Bukayo Saka and Phil Foden. But it's always having that over talent. They do the wrong things at the wrong time. And look, I do think England will be up there in the semi-finals. But like I said, 1966, will it ever happen again? Is football coming home? I don't think so. I think it's coming home to Istanbul.
England have got the best squad at the Euros and thus are expected to win it. I don't believe they have got the best team on paper, mainly because we've got a team such as France who's got a stacked team all around, and England's defence might come back to haunt them with a couple of players who aren't at the best form, despite having countless players up at the top and attacking players. So I do believe they do have a good team, but they're not as good as, let's say, France, who probably got a better team all around.
Keeper, I have to go with Hugo Lloris. I know he's no longer playing with France, and he's not going to play. He's not going to play the 2024 Euros, but I have to go with him. His longevity is amazing, and he's been a very solid keeper for France. So I'm going for Hugo Lloris. Then I'm going for 4-4-2. Defender, I'll probably go obviously Thuram, Marcel Desailly. I have to obviously Thuram, Marcel Desailly. Probably mix it with some recent ones. Raphael Varane as well. Solid defender. Sorry for my Arsenal fans. I'm not gonna go I'm not gonna go with William Saliba. He still has a lot to prove with France. Probably Ferland Mendy, Real Madrid. Midfield, I'm thinking about a new midfield. Well, I have to go with Griezmann, obviously. I have to go with Griezmann. Then probably someone from 1998 or Euros 2000. Vieira. Yeah, Patrick Vieira. I'm gonna go with Patrick Vieira. Robert Pires. Tchouaméni or Camavinga. One of those two. The future of French football. Obviously, I had to put Zidane, but it's too easy, so I'm picking a new one. There's a lot of options. I'm thinking about Blaise Matuidi now. I'm thinking about N'Golo Kante as well. Do you know what? There's so many options. Oh my God. That's a bit of a hard one. You know what? Let me change. Blaise Matuidi, N'Golo Kante, Zidane, and yeah, that's it for the midfield. And front three, I'm changing 4-4-2 to 4-3-3. I'm going to go with Thierry Henry, Kylian Mbappe. And last one is a bit of a tricky one. Oh my God. Nicolas Anelka, because I love the player, so I'm really biased. Nicolas Anelka.
Are Belgium too reliant on the older generation? I have to say yes. We're still making the change, but we have to be honest. At this tournament, we still play with Jan Vertonghen, 37. Axel Witsel returned back to the team because the younger generation, wasn't on the same level as him. So that already says something about the quality that the coach wants. And that the younger generation can't bring at this moment. So up front we still need Romelu Lukaku to score goals. In the first game he got 2 disallowed goals, and we will see now what will happen for the next 2 games. Also on the midfield we still need Kevin De Bruyne to make the difference. We have to be honest, it wasn't the best game also from Kevin De Bruyne. He was okay, he was good, but not really on his top level what we expected, because of course he had a long injury. We thought he was really fresh. But in the first game, he worked hard. But in the end, it was not his best game, and he also agreed on that. So it's not only Kevin De Bruyne, but we need more as a collective team. So I would say my answer is definitely yes.
With Ronaldo, never is a strong word, but we're never going to have a player like Cristiano Ronaldo again. The impact he had before Ronaldo, we hardly ever qualified for big competitions. With Ronaldo, like I said before, if you don't qualify at least to the semi-finals, it's considered to be a failure. So that's the standards he set, even if a lot of people don't agree with me. I think definitely it's going to go as the biggest achievement because it's the first one. So that breaks your mentality. It just becomes the new generations, they believe they can do it. And that's the hardest thing. It's not the football, because all the teams they go to an Euro, they have good players, otherwise they wouldn't be there. It's how much you believe it's possible. And 2016 definitely changed the mentality, not only in football, but the society in general in Portugal. I think overall, we became much more confident as a country.
Ronaldo is going to be the greatest ever Portugal player after the Euros, because I believe he's gonna lead his team to the finals, and he's going to fight for the title. And he already writes his name at the football history, and he already won a title for Portugal. So I believe he's gonna to be the greatest ever Portugal player after the Euros.
Agree. He is already Portugal's greatest player of all time, because his let's say if he is competing with Luis Figo or Eusebio, he already passed them. He already won a European Championship. He already won a lot of Ballon d'Ors, a lot of titles. He's one of the top 5 players of all time, all around the world, not only in Portugal.